Hi everyone, today I'm going to solve an assignment. Its name is Excel 8G Sales and Income, and it's basically Excel part of the Pearson MyITLab course. And if you want me to do any other part like Assess part, Word part, or PowerPoint part, or if you want me to do your complete Cengage course, Simnet course, or Pearson course, or math course, stats course, finance course, accounting course, nursing course, psychology course, you can contact with me. You can contact with me through my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is given at the bottom of the screen and also given in the description of this video. Or you can contact with me through my email address. My email address is given at the bottom of the screen and also given in the description of this video. Or you can scan the WhatsApp barcode which is given in the thumbnail of the video and in the thumbnail of the channel. And you can directly click on the WhatsApp link which is given in the description of this video to directly come in my inbox. Now I am going to start this one assignment. Its name is Excel 8G Sales and Income. Its project description is given here. You can read it carefully so you will understand what you need to do in this assignment. I am going to start from the first step. So by following these steps, you can complete your work. In our first step, what is he asking? Open the Excel workbook, student. Excel 8G Sales and Income downloaded with this project. Our first step basically involves the downloading of the Excel file from the Pearson dashboard and opening of that one file. I have downloaded that one file and opened that one file. That's our file. In our second step, what is he asking? Open the projected income worksheet, change the values in the cell B6, B15 to 6 and press enter. Notice that there is a changes in the sales and profit loss result in the cell B17 and B20. So we will go to the cell projected income worksheet. That's our projected income worksheet. That's our cell B15. You need to monitor the changes in the cell B17 and B20. When I change the values in the here 1 to 6, you will see the changes. You see there we have got change here and here also. That's our step number 2. In our step number 3, what is he asking? In our step number 3, what is he asking? Ensure that the solver adds in the inserted. Open the solver, set the objective to B20 to a value of 0. So we will go to the data tab and we will select the data solver. In here in the analysis, you see the solver, select on that one, and here set the objective cells as a B20 and value of 0, type it here as a 0. You see we have a 0 here. And what is the changing cell? He tells us the changing cell. Set the variable cells to be B16 and B18. You can copy and paste it here, or you can select it one by one. You will select B16 and then put comma and then select B18. These are the two changing variables. He tells us be sure to type a comma between the two cells to change both the growth rate in the cell B16 and cost related in the cell B18. Click on the solve. So we will go to the solve. That's our solve. We will select the solve. It's solving now. And what next he is asking to do? Save the scenario with the 16% growth as a name. So we will select that one and we will select the save scenario and paste it value here as a 16% growth and press OK. And what next he is asking to do? Then restore the original value. So we will select the restore original values and press OK. So our scenario is saved while we have restored our original values. That's our step number 3. In our step number 4, what is he asking? Display the solver parameter dialog box. So we will open the solver parameter dialog box. We will again click on the solver. That's our solver. We will add the parameter. That's our parameter. We will select, click on the add. It's adding now. That's now adding. What next we will do? Add a constraint that required percentage growth in the cell B16 to be less than or equal to 10%. So we will put this one value B16 here. We will select the cell B16 less than or equal to, that is our sign, less than or equal to 10%. We will press OK. That's our first constraint, percentage growth less than or equal to 10%. That's now added. And what is the next one? Save the scenario as a 10% growth and then restore the original value. So we will copy that one and select on the solve. That's now solved, and you will select the save scenario, and say scenario name is 10% growth, and press OK, and then select the restore original values and press OK. That's our restore values are restored, and we have saved another scenario. That's our fourth step. In our fifth step, what is he asking? Display the solver parameter dialog box. Select the existing constraint. So we will open the scenario manager again. So that's our solver again. He is asking to delete that one, and we will select and delete that one previous constraint. What next he is asking? Which constraint he is asking to put? Add a constraint to cost related sales B18 to be equal to 80%. So we will put the that one B18 is equal to 80%. We will select B18. We will select the add constraint, and we will select the cell B18. We will put is equal to sign here, and here we will put as 80%, and press OK. We have put it an constraint cost related to sales is equal to 80%. What next we will do? Save the scenario as 80% cost and then restore the value. So we will again solve that one. We will again click on the solve and click on the sales save scenario and paste the value here as a name as 80% cost. Press OK, and select the restore original values and press OK. So our values are restored while we have saved our third scenario. That's our step number 5. In our step number 6, what is he asking? With the projected income worksheet displayed, create a scenario summary report using the gross profit in the cell B20 as a result cell. So we will go to the project income worksheet. That's our project income worksheet. We will select on this solver. And what next he is asking to do? Create a scenario summary report using the gross profit or loss as a result cell. So we will select the we will create a summary report. We will solve that one, and we will select the create a scenario summary report using the gross profit or B20. So we will create a scenario summary report. That's our we will go to the scenario manager. That's our scenario manager. We will open that one. That's our scenario. We have put it the 3 scenario here. We need to put the scenario report. We will select the summary. And what is the scenario summary? Which is the cell he is asking to use B20 as a report cell. So we will select the B20 and press OK. So that's our scenario summary report. What is our percentage growth, cost related to sales, and gross profit. That's our 3 summary reports we have displayed. That's our step number 6. In our step number 7, what is he asking? On the projected income worksheet, create a line chart using the range A2 to M3 and A8 to M8. So we will go to the projected income worksheet again. That's our projected income worksheet. We will select the range A2 to M3. First we will select, go upside. That's our range A2 to M3. We have selected that one. Which range again he is asking? A8 to M8. So we will press Control button, and we will select A8 to M8. That's our range. We will go to the insert tab, and we will go to the recommended charts, and he is asking to create a line chart. So we will go to the line chart. That's our line chart. We will press OK. That's our line chart inserted using that one range. In our 8th step, what is he asking? Add expected break even point as a title. So we will copy that one title and paste it to the chart title. Here, that's our chart title. We will press Ctrl plus V to paste that one. That's now pasted here. That's our step. Position the chart so the upper left corner is in the cell B22. So we will position the chart. So upper left corner is in the cell B22. We will move downside. Again, and that's our chart place. Upper left corner is in the cell. Now coming B22. That's our chart place. We have inserted our chart here. That's our step. In our step number 9, what is he asking? Ensure that analysis tool packs add in is installed on the sales worksheet. So we will go to the sales worksheet. That's our sales worksheet. What next he is asking to do? This one should be you should be ensured that this one will be installed. I have already installed that one. Create a moving average using. So we will go to the data tab and we will select the which one he is asking data analysis tool. Which data analysis tool he is asking to use? Moving average. Create a moving average. So we will select the moving average. That's our moving average. We will press OK. What is the input range? B2 to B49 as input range. We will copy that one and paste that one here in the input range, or select it here as a B2 to B49. And what is the next thing he is asking? 7 as interval. So we will select the 7 as interval. That's our 7 is the interval. What is the output range? In the output range he tells us the C3 as output range. We will select the cell C3. That's our output range. You see we have got cell C3 here, output range. What next he is asking to do? And selecting the label in the first row and chart output. So we will select the labels in the first row and select the chart output and press OK. So we have got our moving average and chart here. That's our step number. That's our step number 9. We will end the 10th step. What is he asking? Select the chart and move the chart to a new sheet as a sales trend chart. So we will copy that one. Select the chart. That's our chart. Go to the chart design and select move chart and select a new sheet and rename the sheet here as a sales trend chart and press OK. So our chart is now moved to a new sheet name as a sales trend chart. That's our step number 10. We have total 18 steps in this assignment. I have performed 10 steps in this video. If you don't understand the steps I have performed in this video, or if you want to know the remaining steps of this assignment, or if you don't have time to do that one assignments, or if you want to get an A grades in your entire course, or if you want me to do your complete Cengage course, Simnet course, Pearson course, math course, stats course, finance course, accounting course, nursing course, psychology course, information technology course, QuickBook course, you can contact with me. You can contact with me through my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is given at the bottom of the screen and also given in the description of this video. Or you can contact with me through my email address. My email address is given at the bottom of the screen and also given in the description of this video. Or you can scan the WhatsApp barcode which is given in the thumbnail of the video and in the thumbnail of the channel. And if you like my video, please subscribe my channel to get a new video update. You can directly go to the my video description and click on the WhatsApp link or Instagram link to directly come in my inbox. And if you like my video, please subscribe my channel to get new video updates. Thank you.